Good morning, children. This is lecture number 2 and we are dealing with the chapter number 5, endocrine system and adolescence. So in the previous lecture, children, we had already discussed about two type of glands. One is the exocrine gland and another is the endocrine gland. So in this we had studied that exocrine gland, it has the duct. So that is why it is called exocrine gland, and endocrine gland, it doesn't have the duct, it is a ductless gland. So that is why it is called endocrine gland. Exocrine gland, it secretes the secretion in the large amount, and endocrine gland, they secrete the secretion in very less amount. And here the secretion is directly given to the target organ through a duct, and here there is no connection of the gland with the duct, so it is secreted in the form of hormone. So after that I have given you the definition of hormone also. What is a hormone? It is a chemical substance that is secreted by an endocrine gland, which is directly poured into the bloodstream and act on a target organ or cell. So this much we had discussed in the last lecture. So today, as we had discussed that endocrine gland, there are four types: thyroid, adrenal, pancreas and pituitary glands. So one by one we are going to deal with these glands today. So the first gland is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland, it is present in the neck. You can see in this picture, this is a neck and here is the location of the thyroid gland. If you touch that part of your neck, when you are speaking something, if you touch that part of your neck, it vibrates. So that part where the vibrations occurs, that part is the location of the thyroid gland. Now in this picture, we will discuss why this neck is a swollen type of neck. So that we are going to deal later on, but the location of the thyroid gland is here on the neck. So it is a bilobed. If suppose it is the middle part of the neck, so one part is present over here, second part is present over here. You can see in that picture, it is a bilobed gland, means one lobe is that side and one lobe is that side. So this is the front part. And if we see the back part means from the back side of the head. So two glands, thyroid gland, it can be seen like this. So these are the glands, they are present in the neck near to the either side of the windpipe, just below the larynx. What is the function of this thyroid gland? Thyroid gland, it produces a secretion that is called thyroxine. What is a thyroxine? Thyroxine is an iodine containing protein. What is the function of this thyroxine or iodine containing protein? It speeds up the rate of most of the activities of the body. Most of the activities of the body, they are controlled by the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland stimulates the growth in infants. Infants, it is mainly at the time of the birth, the thyroid gland should be present in the body of the child because it stimulates the growth in infants. The insufficient secretion or over secretion of this gland has harmful effect on the body. If that gland is secreted in less amount, then also it affects the body, and if it is secreted in the large amount, then also it affects the different parts of the body. So now now we are going to take which type of diseases are caused if it is secreted in a less amount. Insufficient secretion means if it is secreted in the less amount, then what are the side effects on the body? And after that we are going to discuss if it is over secreted, means it is secreted in the large amount, then what are the effects on the body. So the first that we are going to take now, insufficient secretion, means the less amount of secretion of thyroxine. So it causes simple goiter. So what is simple goiter? As simple goiter means enlargement of thyroid gland, and it appears like swelling in the neck. It occurs due to insufficient iodine in our daily life, as it is given in the picture also. This lady is suffering from thyroid. So a thyroid gland is not developed in her body. So because the gland has not developed in her body, because of that she has that swollen neck. So it occurs due to insufficient iodine in our daily life. When we don't take the iodine in a proper amount, then it occurs in the body. So what we should to take iodine. So nowadays children, as we see in the TVs also, whenever we see the advertisement of especially the salt, so salt always contain iodine. Which type of words we listen? The Tata salt, it contains proper amount of iodine, it is a iodized salt. So maximum the iodine deficiency, it can be recovered by the salt. So many people, those who are not living near to the sea coast area, in the hilly areas, mainly those people, they suffer from this iodine deficiency because the amount of iodine in their salt is lesser. But nowadays this type of deficiency disease occurs very less, because nowadays every type of material is available in all the places. But previously, because it was not able for the human being to send the things to different places, so at that time mainly this type of diseases were occurred. So nowadays deficiency of iodine can be recovered by taking a salt. So thyroid deficiency are common in many parts of India. The uses of iodized, iodine added salt in the food is recommended because iodine is required in the production of thyroxine. If our body is deficient in iodine, there is no production of thyroxine in our body, and because of that the person suffers from this disease. The second type of disease is serotonism. So serotonism, it is a alignment that bring about abnormal development of infants. Infants means a newly born child. So when a newly born child take birth, after that abnormal development of occur in his body. So because of that abnormal development, both physically and mentally, the child is not able to develop fully. So that is also because of the less amount of iodine in the body. Next is the myxedema. Okay, also we can pronounce it like this, myxedema. It is a condition seen in an adult when insufficient amount of thyroxine is produced. Same disease occur due to insufficient amount of iodine. So in this also, sluggishness means a swelling in the face, hands, other parts of the body occur, and that is also because of the less amount of thyroxine production in the body. So this can be recovered by taking a proper amount of iodine in the food. Next is the oversecretion of thyroxine. So oversecretion of thyroxine causes increase in the metabolic rate, increase in heart rate, weight loss, and general restlessness. So if there is a large production of thyroxine in the body, the heartbeat increases, weight loss occur, as well as the general restlessness, means the body becomes restless. So that is also due to the oversecretion of thyroxine. The next type of gland that we are going to study today is the adrenal gland. Now adrenal gland, they are just like a caps. You all have heard the word kidneys. So they are just like a caps for the kidney, means they are present on the kidneys. So each adrenal gland, it consists of two parts, a central medulla and the peripheral cortex. So what is medulla? Medulla secretes adrenaline. It is also called epinephrine or emergency hormone. Emergency hormone, just see the word, this is an emergency hormone. This hormone is secreted when the person is under severe stress. You have to learn that, children. As I told you, the adrenal gland, it is present on the kidneys. So inner part, it will be called as the medulla, and outer part is called as the cortex. So as these are the endocrine gland, they are not always present in the body. These are the hormones. They are secreted when the person is in stress, especially the adrenal gland. It secretes the hormone epinephrine when the person is under stress. So when the person is under severe stress, physically or emotionally, when the person is fearful or angry, This hormones prepares the body to meet the emergency situation, to face the danger or to flee from the situation. Hence, adrenaline is also called the fight or flight hormone. Why? Because whenever we are, every time we don't show anger, every time we are not in stress, every time we are not in disappointed, in depression or upset, you can say. So when we are upset, when we are angry, when we are not able to manage the situation, when emotionally we are not happy, so at that time the secretion of these hormones occur in the body. So when the hormone occur in the body, this hormone helps us to fight against that critical situation. So this hormone proves extra strength to the body in any adverse situation. It increases the heartbeat and the rate of respiration, combined with the rise of blood pressure, increases the blood supply to the muscles and releases most glucose into the blood by liver, putting more fuel into the engine. Sometimes it happens, we have heard that because of some stress, because of some disappointed movement, the person is not able to survive, got heart attack or got such type of problems. Why? Because during the adverse condition in our body, if this hormone is not secreting in a proper amount, at that time the person is not able to fight with the problem. So what happens when the hormone is not secreting? So if this hormone is not secreting in the body, the extra energy, means to fight against that problem, this hormone provides the energy, or it provides the strength to the body against the adverse situation. If it is not secreting in a proper amount, it increases the heartbeat, rate of respiration, and because of that there is a rise in the blood pressure. And when there is a rise in the blood pressure, it increases the blood supply to the muscles and releases more glucose into the body. So that is why if it is not secreted in a proper amount, the person faces problems. So mostly it happens that it secretes by the body, but sometimes because of some infection, because of some infections in the kidney, or due to higher age, the person is not able to secrete more amount of adrenaline. So that time the person may suffers from this type of problems. Adrenal cortex secretes many hormone, but the well-known hormone is cortisol. In general, the cortical hormone influences carbohydrates, fats and protein metabolism. They also regulate the salt and water balance in the body. They adapt the body to stresses such as extreme heat, cold and infection. As I have told you that adrenal, it contains two parts, medulla and cortex. Okay, it is already given in the previous page. Adrenal gland, it contains medulla which secrete adrenaline and epinephrine. It is also called as epinephrine. This is secreted by medulla. Okay, so medulla, because it is the central part, it is present in the central part. So outer cortex it secretes cortisone. So cortisone, it is a hormone that influences carbohydrates, fats, protein metabolism. Means it helps in the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So when the metabolism in the body is proper, the balance in the body is proper. If the metabolism is not proper, it do not regulate the salt and water balance in the body. So at that time again the body feels stress. So when the metabolism in the body is not proper, at that time during extreme heat, extreme cold and extreme infection means due to change of weather, the person it gets the infections very fast. So that is because of the cortisol. So in this you have studied about two hormones. Next is the third type of endocrine gland is the pancreas. So this pancreas we are going to deal in the next chapter. So what you have to do, children, you have to just write, you have to just draw these pictures in your copies. write the name of the hormones and just explain about these hormones in your copy, because as you are in class 8, so you should be in the habit of making your own notes. Question and answers we will provide you, but just draw the diagram, see the location where they are present, which type of hormone they secrete, what they code, where they are present. Everything you have to write by your own in your copies. Thank you, children.